Hey guys, I am in the middle of a big move and so I have to get certain videos out immediately because I won't be able to take everything with me where I'm going. More on that in another video. This video is going to be about my favorite organizing products. And originally I had got all the things together that were my favorite and I couldn't narrow it down, so I decided to break this up into two videos, which this video is going to cover the more basic organizing products. And basic is good. I like to keep things as basic and simple as possible, and you should always keep your organizing products like that so that you can use it for multiple things. So maybe sometime you'll get rid of a certain amount of products, but you can always use, for instance, a shoebox for something else. So you're not just buying organizing products that only serve one purpose. Minimalists rarely have haul videos because we're minimalists, but we still have products that we really love because we have to keep very few things. And so I generally keep this to lifetime hauls. It's not just products I like, it's products that I love. I feel like everybody could benefit from these products. And so the first product that I want to talk about is a shelf mat. I've used them in so many different areas of my house. The number one area that I use it in is in the kitchen, in the fridge. I use these clear mats, cut them down to size because when you wipe down the fridge, you don't want to be holding the door open. The fridge uses the most electricity, so you don't want to be keeping the fridge door and light on. So you just take out these mats and wipe them down and voila, done. And so I use them there, and I use them anytime I want to keep something from slipping through the cracks, whether it's jewelry or dirt. I don't want dirt getting down below on something else. For instance, if I put shoes on top, anything that I want to keep clean underneath the kitchen sink is a perfect place because you don't want to get all your cleaners getting everything dirty underneath there. So downsize your cleaners and then take them all out and put a nice clear shelving mat, and it will change your life. So that's my very first product. Second product I have is my Command clear hooks, and I use the medium size, and I use them for everything, but mainly because I like to keep everything off the floor so I can easily wipe everything down. So underneath the kitchen sink I have my watering can and I have my brushes and everything all suspended because I don't like to keep anything getting things dirty. I also have my pot lids suspended with clear hooks. These medium hooks, get them in bulk because there's unlimited uses for them. And I also use the larger size to hang coats and to hang my bath mat in the shower. I use my microfiber bath mat and I hang it on a bigger hook. They have lots of different, finishes. I like clear because it just blends in with the background. And then my third product is these nubs, which I showed you in my kitchen organization video, but these clear nubs are so great. Endless uses. It's another thing that has endless uses, and it's so cheap. And you just put it anytime something is sliding in a drawer, whether it's in your bathroom, you're opening your drawer and things are sliding backwards, when you close the drawer, or you want to put something on the bottom so it doesn't rub on a table, for instance. It also, some people even put them on their toilet seat. Now, I have not tried that, but apparently it works for everything. And so this is very affordable and something I completely recommend. Next thing that I recommend are these 3 mini shelves that they sell on Amazon, and I have two sets of them, and one of them is in the kitchen, and I put my oil, salt, and pepper on it, and it keeps it suspended so I can easily wipe down the countertops. And so I love those because they're also great as display shelves. So in my bedroom I keep them at my Miramo, and I keep a notepad on it, and so they keep things suspended and easy to access. So I really love those. When you buy floating shelves, you really have to be careful because some of them, especially the ones from Target, they will just be slanted or something. These are very sturdy. I highly recommend them. My fifth organizer is the steel utility cart, which I've used for everything from OXO pops to printer to storing things outside. It works great in the garage for hobby equipment or for anything car equipment that you might need. They're extremely versatile and they are sturdy. And so if you downsize, for instance, you can always find another use for them in your house. But once you've downsized, get some utility shelves. I guarantee you can find at least one space that needs a utility cart. My sixth favorite product is the shoe organizer, and some people don't have a shoe organizer. They have like a t-shirt organizer, and I like them both. So if you have big shoes, high heels, you will need the t-shirt organizer, and I use mine for gloves, socks, scarves, everything. So I really recommend. I can't see a single house that would not benefit from them. And unlike the ones that go in the back of the door with the pockets, these actually look slim and sleek. My second to the last favorite organizer are over-the-door organizers, and I've classified them into one because basically whatever you're looking for, there's an over-the-door organizer for it. And so there's some for saran wrap, there's some for cutting boards, but this one is a utility. It has two, and so I keep it in the kitchen, and I keep my dishwashing pods and then some dry erase sponges on the bottom. But I also have one that I keep in the bathroom that I hang my microfiber cloth on. The microfiber cloth that I can't stop ranting and raving about. I keep it right underneath the sink so I can wipe down the sink right after I'm done brushing my teeth, so the water is just not leaving water spots everywhere, and it's nice and clean. And so this is a really cheap organizer. I think it was only $5. And I really recommend looking for over-the-door organizers for whatever you need, because again, I like to keep things off the ground so it's not getting everything dirty. So this is a great solution. A last organizer I've grouped into 3, and that's just general containers. So there's a shoebox container is the very first one, which is the obvious one. They have colored ones. I just like to keep it simple. They have tall shoebox organizers, and I don't use them for shoes. I use them for trash, and that's pretty much all I use it for. But it's so multi-purpose. You can put anything in a shoebox. I don't, generally speaking, like to keep things in shoeboxes because you can see everything inside, and usually I like to conceal a little bit. And then I also use these container store container, which is very little. It's about $2. They have a short one and a big one, and I use this for everything. At one time I must have had about 10 of them, but since I've downsized, I only have about 3 left. In your nightstand, so things aren't sliding around, rolling around, you can put your essential oil or your medicine that you might keep in something like this. So I really recommend a little clear container. You'd be surprised how hard it is just to find something so simple, but Container Store has everything. And then the very last product that I keep is this basket, which again, it's lumped into this containers. And this basket, I just use boxes to organize inside of them. So you can use a container like this, or you can just use boxes that you have on hand and cut them down to size. Like this was the outlet that I talked about in the other video, the outlet, and I just use my pens and stamps and then envelopes, and then I keep some first aid in this as well. But baskets, which you can find at Target or pretty much any store, these are my top organizers. I mean, you can't have an organizing video without having all-purpose containers, especially if you're a minimalist. You got to keep it simple. So I hope that this video helped you out. I hope you got some ideas for organizing products that you want. Make sure you subscribe so you can see the second part to this video, which is the more innovative organizing products. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday.